Hello. Hear my stream going. I think it's on my phone. Okay. What's up, guys? Hello. Last line, 2 size streams in one day. We are truly blessed. Amen. Tonight I have bought alcohol. I haven't bought alcohol in a long time. It's been at least a year since I've drank any alcohol, believe it or not. At least that I can remember. Maybe there was a time that I had something in between then and there, but I don't remember. So probably not. But I was watching Chuck streaming tonight, and Chuck was hammered off his ass. And I was like, you know what? Tonight's Saturday. If I'm going to drink, it's going to have to be tonight. I can't drink tomorrow. And it would be nice to have some beer. So I got some Coors Light. And I got one of these Mike's Harder lemonades. I've been drinking that a little bit. I cannot handle alcohol at all. So I am going to be hammered very shortly. I'm already a little tipsy. But it will only become more pronounced as the night progresses. Last line says, Season 2 of Squid Game was really good. Can't wait to see what the final Season 3 will bring us. I haven't even seen any Squid Game. I've heard that it was really good, but I have not seen it. So I will have to check that out when I get Netflix again. I don't have Netflix right now, but I will get it eventually. Brian F. in the house. Hang on, let me bring the chat up. There's the chat. Are you doing shots? No, just, believe me, if I was doing shots, this would be a very short stream, because that would not be good. Like I said, I cannot really handle alcohol. I haven't drank in a long time. Last line, he's got Mike's Harder lemonade. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Oh, another drunk stream. Any singing? I haven't done one of those in a long time. I used to do not pretty regularly, but a couple of times I did a drunk karaoke stream. It was pretty fun. But that was can you believe how long ago that was? That's been like 5 years, maybe 4 years. That's been a long time. That was before the infamous basement incident. That was before that. And that was a long time ago. No driving unless it's video game driving. That's correct. I've done my driving. I got my alcohol. I got an 18 pack of beer. So this is just 4 that I got out. Plus this. So we'll see how much I actually drink. Because I've got about half of this left. And I'm already a little bit. I can feel things. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. As far as the gaming tonight that's on the menu, I just loaded up RetroArch because I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm not going to be able to fool with a bunch of hardware and stuff tonight and flick all the switches and press all the buttons to make everything work the way it needs to. So I just loaded up RetroArch. And I figured I would do some stumbling around in various, maybe like some Astro Smash or something. Maybe, I don't know. Do some whatever, that sort of thing. We'll see how it goes. We shall see. How have you guys been? How have you been? How have you been feeling? Last line, I've seen you in your videos, and I need to tell you something, sir. I'm concerned about you. Okay? You're a great person. You know I love you. You're a good dude. A good friend of mine. Damn good friend of mine. I want you to be around for a long time. I worry about you. You look like you've lost a lot of weight. Like, I worry about you. I hope you're okay. I hope you know that people care about you. Because we do very much. Salute. I'm getting there on the Mike's Harder lemonade. Crannibal Crannibal joins us. Crab people, crab people. I don't know what Crannibal is a reference to, but I like it. Thank you for being here, Crannibal. Yes, unfortunately, I am drinking a little bit tonight. So tonight, I might be a little bit more persuadable to talk about nonsense. I'm not really that guy, and I don't drink. This is the first time I've drank in a very, very long time. But, guys, I mean, what do you want me to do? It's harder lemonade, you know? And then we have Coors. A curse. It's good. A curse. It's good. Cranibalecta. Luke. My buddy Luke. Luke's awakening. Luke has been such a good friend to me. Luke is a good guy. You guys know Luke. I don't have to tell you that. Luke has been very cool to me. Very cool to me. Luke is responsible, and I hope I'm not embarrassing Luke by saying this, but Luke is responsible for me acquiring some of my favorite Super Nintendo games. Thank you, Luke. You got me some really cool stuff, and hopefully I got you some cool stuff. Very much appreciated. Last Line got me some amazing PC games, which I have barely scratched the surface on showing you guys. I don't know what to say other than thank you. You know, it's having good friends is invaluable. It's worth more than all of the hard lemonade in all of the lemon orchards. Thank you. This is like a New Year's stream, Born Distracted says. Yes, it is. Last line, I appreciate the concern, but my weight is stable currently. I was going through some things, but I'm cool at the moment. I hope so, dude. Just hang in there. Just know that we care about you. We love you. You're a good guy. And eat food. Pizza. Eat pizza. You know? Pizza has a lot of cheese. That will help. I'm not... I hope I don't sound like an asshole. I legitimately worry about you, you know, because I want you to be around. I know that we struggle. We struggle, right? Born Distracted, Luke Fresh, off his... Is that supposed to be off or of? Luke Fresh of his Ninja Turtle stream. I got in trouble a while back because I was correcting people about the use of the word to, T-O versus T-O-O. So I try not to be the grammar guy, you know. Sorry. Retro Classic Arcade. Shout out Tara Hayden. I don't know who that is, but okay. I'll support that. Shout out to whoever that is. Luke, we all got cool stuff. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Big Block Plymouth. Cy turned off his super chats so he doesn't have to do shots. That's why I did it. That's exactly right. I anticipated that this would happen. And I was like, aha, aha. You think you're going to make me do shots? Aha. Not without my super chats. Ah, yes, the genius that is Cyrus. Right. Cranwell says, Cannibal is a reference to a crazy and funny French comic about a family of cannibals called Cannibals. You know, I did not know that. Funny French comic about cannibals. That sounds about right. I'll have to look into that more, Cannibal, so I can understand you better. That's very cool. Thank you for... at least I understand what it is, you know? That's cool. Thank you. I'm definitely starting to feel some alcohol. I'm definitely feeling it swirling. Oh, my God, yes. Oh, I don't drink, guys. I never drink. Like, seriously. You might think that I drink a lot based on what some people probably have spread across the internet because of the infamous incident in the basement, but I really don't drink. In fact, that kind of explains that incident. That kind of explains that whole thing. Oh, wow. I am getting hammered already off of just this. I haven't even touched my beer yet. Wow. Wow. Luke says, Bourne always types like he's drunk, so who knows what he means. That's a good point. That's a good point. Is Bourne here? Did I even see? Oh, I did see Bourne. Yeah. Born Distracted has been around for a long time. Let me tell you something about Born Distracted. Let me tell you something, buddy. Born Distracted has been around for a long time. Back in the day, back in the video game virus days, when it was me and Pickio Gamer doing our thing with the game rambling, me getting into trouble with the PC Master Race assholes. Born Distracted was there. He's always been there, lurking somewhere in the shadows, silently watching. Like that weird GIF or GIF with the guy that hides behind the plants and like looks up and he's like, you know, that guy? That's Born Distracted. That meme is Born Distracted. Except that Born Distracted is a good guy. I like Born Distracted a lot. He's really funny. He has so many funny things that he says and comments. And his worship of OLED is legendary. We know that he is an official spokesperson for the OLED community. And we love him for that. I love you, Born Distracted. You're a good guy. Thank you. Born says, I have my moments. Yes, you do. Luke says, Cy turned off his super chats because he wanted super mega chats. Yeah, that's what you guys have got it all figured out. I don't even know why I really shouldn't even talk because the chat knows everything that's going on. I should just read the chat and not even have my own words. Born Distracted, Luke and me have had some binders that were legendary. Is this like Mitt Romney with his binders full of women? I remember that. Good times. Funny. That Mitt Romney, he's a riot. So long, Mike. Your lemonade was hard. We'll have to move on to the king of beers. The Coors. These are smaller cans than what you might expect. But I think they'll get the job done. I have a whole bunch more in the fridge. There's only 4 right here. I bought an 18 pack. And guys, let me tell you something. I've already drank more alcohol in this giant fucking can right here than I should have. Oh boy. All right. Luke says binders or benders. They're very different. They are very different. Luke is better though. Anything specific planned game wise? I don't know, dude. Like, I can't answer all these questions all the time. Like, that's too many questions. What is this, a press conference? What am I, the coach of the Dallas Cowboys? Look, we don't know, all right? We're trying all kinds of shit. Nothing's working. What do you want me to say? Anybody got any brisket? Yeah, I don't know about all that. I might play some Astro Smash just to see how I do drunk. I'm curious to see how that happens. To see what performance capability I have inhibited by alcohol. I'm curious about that. Yes. OLED Distracted, yes. Oh, Jeff is here. Jeff. My buddy Jeff. Jeff. The survivor of the Great Flood. The master of the golf. Jeff, I miss you, Jeff. We don't hang out enough. I miss hanging out with you. We had such a good time. Me and you and Papa Pete and Casey and Chuck. Man, that was good times, dude. It was good. That was fun. I should have been buying beer for that. That would have been hilarious. But I just, I don't ever, I think beer and I think alcohol in general is just a waste of money. So I don't buy it. But when I do buy it, on the rare occasion that this happens, it seems like it's a pretty good time. I mean, usually. Last line says, Budweiser is king of beers. Or, well, that's the claim. It really isn't. Coors is the peasant of beers. How dare you? You are a judgmental person. The Coors can't even defend itself. Why do you say such things? Big Block says Silver Bullet won't slow you down. Well, I'm already a little slow. I can tell. I was slow to begin with before I drank anything, but I'm a little slower. So if it doesn't slow me down, that would be nice, because we're already doing pretty good on that. Luke says Bentley Bear would be fun. Bentley Bear would be fun. That's a bold statement. Oh, you mean the game? I'm like, Luke, I don't know what you're suggesting, but it could be pretty wild. Last line says, I was better at Tony Hawk drunk, funny enough. Well, that's interesting. Some people seem to do better at video games when they're a little drunk, because I think it just loosens you up a little bit, you know? Only video game where that was true. Jeff says, let's hang out, Cyrus. Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, I'm sorry for the language. Hell yeah. Luke says, I think Coors hurt last line at some point. You think that's what it was? Last line. Show us on the can where the Coors touched you. Go ahead, show us. It's okay. You're among friends. We won't judge. All right. Coors. Here's to you. I like this beer. You know, I was at the store and I was looking at all the different beers. There's so many beers. Most of which are nonsense. Foofy, weird beers that I'm never going to drink. But there's some that I was like legitimately torn. Should I get that or should I get Coors? You know? Modelo, some nice Modelo. They had, Dos Equis, which I like. There's some Shiner, which is pretty good. I like Shiner. They had, of course, your regular blah, blah, blah beers, which who cares? Some nice, there was a bunch of good options. And I just was like, you know what? This is what I like. I'm just going to get what I like. I don't care. I like it. It's very tasty. I enjoy it. Born Distracted, how is the local beer in your area, Si? I've had some of the micro brewery stuff. Some of it's good. Some of it's kind of bitter. Some of it, they go weird with the flavors and they do stuff that you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But a lot of it's good. There's a ton of microbrewery in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and pretty much, let's just say Texas. There's a ton of breweries and vineyards. You know, there's a lot of stuff. There's so many local wines. It's ridiculous. I don't really drink wine. I once in a while, but I don't really like wine that much. Wine is, it's dirty. Wine is dirty. I don't know. I just don't. Not a big wine guy. But there's a lot of good. I had one. This guy gave me some free samples because I literally held the door open for him because he was bringing like a shipment into the store, and I held the door open. The guy stopped and said, "Hey, you want some of this? It's cowboy beer or something like that." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So he gave me a couple cans of that. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was a little bit bitter, but it wasn't too bad. I was happy to have it. It was free. What are you going to do? Free beer, you know? Big Block says, original Coors is the banquet of beers and had a great role in Smokey and the Bandit. Fair enough, sir. And in Cobra Kai. It is the banquet of beers. Jeff says, Sire doesn't even need to play a game tonight. I may not. I'm going to try in a little bit. I am. We'll see how it goes. Luke says, Modelo Negra is great. Yeah, I don't know which Modelo that I like. It's not the dark, it's the light beer. But it's pretty good. What are your thoughts on Aliens? All right, let me drink some more before I start talking about Aliens. Hang on. That is a good beer. I like Coors. I don't know. I'm a simple guy. I don't like a lot of crazy shit. But I like Coors Light. It's a fun drink, you know? It's not too anything. It's very middle of the road. I like it. It's very grainy. Whatever that means. Aliens. What do I think about Aliens? A movie Aliens or like aliens in general? What do I think about Aliens? Kamikaze, what's up, dude? Kamikaze's here. What up, homie? Looking good, man. Thank you, sir. I can't see you, but I got you. Let me get to the Aliens thing. Damn, people are showing up. Hang on. I'll get to the Aliens thing in a second. I'm not an IPA fan, Luke says. I don't blame you, dude. It's like rolling the fucking dice. You know, you don't know what you're gonna get. It could be good, it could be shit, it could kill you. Probably won't kill you, but it could. You don't know. That's the gamble. It's like playing Russian roulette. I mean, maybe not exactly, but you know what I'm saying. Born Stray says, didn't Hulk Hogan recently release his own brand of beer? Well, wow, I didn't hear about that. I imagine it would be a blonde. Chris says, brewery is a hilarious word. Even sober, everyone sounds drunk saying it. Brewery. That's true. That's a good point. Chris always has good points. Did I ever tell you guys what an awesome person Chris Courage is? Have I ever mentioned that on this channel? If I haven't, Chris, this one's for you. You are fucking awesome. Like there are very few people in this world that deserve to have that rubber stamp on their ID card. Boom. Awesome. You are one of those few people, Chris Courage. You know? And you're just an awesome dude. Like, you've created so much beauty in my life by fixing my consoles and modding things and just being around and being cool and just like sharing the brightness of your light with all of us. I don't know if I could ever be as good as you or as cool as you, but god dang it, dude. Every beer I drink is going to make me further away from that brilliance that you possess. I don't know what I'm saying. Thank you, Chris. You're awesome. You're a great man. You stand on the, we stand on your shoulders. That's what I want. That's what I'm trying to get at. Kamikaze, what's up, homie? Looking good. Yeah, thank you, sir. Jeff said, yes, he did. Born Distracted. Brian says, Sai is well versed in the lizard people. Are we going to get to the alien topic in a minute? We will get to the aliens. The lizard people. Let me tell you about those lizard people. More Strike, I remember him talking about it on the PBD podcast. PBD? What the hell is PBD? I probably know what that is, but I can't, the words don't associate in my brain at the moment. Kamikaze says, Coors Light equals Girls Light. Hey. Calm down, Kamikaze, all right? Chill out. Just, let's slow down for a second, Kami. We're all friends here. We're having a good time. Everything's cool, man. Nothing is fucked here. Jeff says, you don't want to mess with those reptilians. No, you really don't. The tongues, man. They have these tongues. You ever seen that TV show V? You remember that show V from the 80s that had the Beastmaster and Freddy Krueger in it? Not really Freddy Krueger, but the dude that played Freddy. I mean, if it really had Freddy Krueger, that'd be crazy. But the dude that played Freddy was in the Aliens movie, the TV show, V. What was I talking about? Yeah, the reptilians. They were reptile people. That's where Alex Jones got it. He used to watch that fucking TV show, and he thought that shit was real. So he was like, let me tell you about these reptilian people. They're taking over the world. They're invading the country and replacing us. I seen it on television. You guys had to have seen this. This was in the 80s. They were showing it everywhere. Robert Englund was one of those motherfuckers. Oh, yeah. Okay. Luke says, tribbles are the one thing that can really cause you trouble. Tribbles are trouble. Tribbles, I mean, I don't want to be like judgmental. I'm not trying to blame all the tribbles, right? I'm sure there were good tribbles. There's some tribbles that were troublemakers. We all know that. But some of the tribbles had to have been like standing up against them and like opposing what was going on and been like, look, man, we don't need to do this. Like, we're causing problems for our own people. And they got overruled, as always happens, you know, the public. The other tribbles were a bunch of assholes. So all the tribbles get blamed for what happened. And really, there was this silent majority of tribbles that was trying to do the right thing. And nobody remembers that. They just remember the bad tribbles. Here's to you, tribbles. Good tribbles. And that one's done. Next. Oh my God, I'm getting drunk. I can feel the power of the alcohol. I can feel it in my veins. DJC, this is your fault. I told you this was going to happen, and I told you it was going to be your fault, and it is 100%. All that shit everybody talks about you in public, I'm not going to agree with. But with every drop of alcohol that I consume, it makes it harder for me to defend you. How dare you, sir? Tear down this wall. Born Distracted. Man, I'm getting further behind on this chat. You guys got to help me out here. Born Distracted says, I heard some aliens infuse their DNA in some humans. Well, I mean, look at the aliens and then look at the people. I mean, who would you rather fuck? I mean, I'm just saying. DNA is going to get infused. I'm just saying. Chris says, Coors is my favorite cheap beer. If I had to drink cheap beer, it's my go-to. How dare you misuse two? TOO, after I brought this up already. Damn it, Chris. I spent so much time praising your name, raising you up on high. And you I feel betrayed. You have betrayed me with the TOO. How dare you? Luke says we need some good tongue twisters for Cy to attempt. That's pretty good right there. That's not too far away. Just saying that. I'm struggling. Chris says the V remake was awesome. Yeah, I saw that. It had the chick, that super hot chick, man, that played Deadpool's wife in the Deadpool movies. She was in that V remake. Fucking, yeah. Very nice. Grade A. You know what I'm saying? Brian says maybe he can say triple trouble 3 times rapidly. Okay, let's try that. Triple, trouble, triple, trouble, trouble, trouble. I did it. What's up? I win. Man, I haven't done one of these streams in a long time. Kami says, bro, talk about aliens. I can't wait. Let me tell you about aliens. First of all, they're not what you think they are. Okay? The aliens would never allow you to see them as they truly are in a way that would put them in any kind of jeopardy. The aliens come to this planet because they feel like we're a bunch of idiots. And they're right. And they're like, these people have no idea and will never be able to figure out what we're up to. And we can't. We run these freaking drones all over New Jersey, and the people don't know what to do about it. They don't even do nothing. Aliens are smart. Aliens are super hyper, ultra intelligent, above all mankind. They have plans upon plans. They've been doing stuff since before you even thought of stuff to do. Here's to the aliens. Smart motherfuckers. Luke says, I agree, Chris. I hated when they canceled it. Yeah, that was crazy. Susie sells seashells by the seashore. Susie sounds like she's up to no good. I'm sorry. What is she doing selling seashells by the seashore? People could just go get their own seashells. Why are they buying her seashells? It sounds to me like this is a cover for some other type of business. She's really selling drugs. Let's just be honest. She's selling drugs at the beach to a bunch of fucking potheads and druggies, right? And she's selling them like in little seashell things or whatever. People are like, oh, we're just buying seashells. And the cops are like, hey, what are we going to do, you know? But it's fucking obvious. No one would buy seashells at the seashore when they can just go pick them up. You guys need to think about this stuff. Like, Susie is up to no good. I'm trying to tell you. Susie's a criminal. I got to give her credit. She's got a good racket going. Luke says, oh, yes, the bad tribbles. And that's the trouble with that is the trouble with tribbles. You don't know the half of the tribble thing, okay? Well, nobody does. These tribbles, man. These freaking tribbles. There's the dude who calls himself Kuya. This is a man. Let me talk to you a second about. We're going to stop for just a second, and we're going to acknowledge Kuya. You know, I like this dude, but this dude makes it hard to like him because he talks a lot of shit all over the internet. No, not about me. He doesn't talk about me, and I respect the guy. I've told him several times, just to share some private discussion. I've told Kuya, I like you, dude. I would like to talk with you. I would love to hang out with you. I'd love to share, like, you know, sincere conversation. But I don't know. He's got things going on. He's got a complicated situation or whatever, and he can't really open up and be cool like that. It is what it is. I'm not blaming the dude, right? But I do hope for the day. I'll put it out there, Mr. whatever you want to call it, Kuya. I hope for the day when you and me and other people, You know, like, what's his name? The name he uses. These character names are so funny. Sweet and Tender Hooligan. I hope for the day when we all drop this bullshit and just have regular conversations about regular things and hang out. Because I think you're good guys. I think you're a little bit obsessed and a little bit addicted to a bunch of bullshit. But who isn't? Everybody has their fucking bullshit, right? Everybody has some shit they wish they could get over, and they can't quite figure out how to get over it. So they keep circling that drain. We're like going down the drain, and we can't stop. We're all going down the drain together, man. We just think we're in different boats, but we're not. Here's to you, Kuya. I like you. I have nothing bad to say about you. I think you've, like I said, you got shit that you deal with and that you think about too much. But fuck, who doesn't? It is what it is. And there's my moment talking about Kuya. Born Distracted says, do tribbles like to nibble? Well, I certainly hope so. Oh, the Intellivision gamer. Dude, Casey. Guys, I gotta tell you, I fucking love Casey. Casey's a fucking good person. Like, just good. Just a good dude. This guy went out of his way to help me. You know, he got me the LTO flash for my Intellivision, which I can't even tell you. That means, like, in all the retro shit that I have, that's it. That's the thing that I couldn't get, never would have got, except for Casey. And Casey didn't have to do that, and I'll always be grateful for that. And forget about that even. Forget about that for a second. Casey's just a fucking great dude. Anybody that doesn't like Casey, you need to reevaluate your life. You need to, like, question yourself and your decision making. Because why? Why do you not like him? I mean, let me hear a legitimate reason. Because there's not one. Let me hear one. Go ahead. There's not one. He's a fucking great dude. Thank you, Casey. I've never met you personally, but one day I will. One day we'll hang out. We'll go to hang out at a restaurant with your family. Everybody will be cool, and we'll, you know, play some games or bowl or do something. You're a good dude. Thank you, sir. You are a good dude. Born Distracted. Talking slang might be good way to mess with Psy. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my God, Evil. Thank you. God, I was hoping Evil would show up for this. Evil, I'm drinking. Can you believe this shit? I wish you were on here with me so we could talk, because I would love to talk with you when I'm drinking. Because when I drink, I do talk a little bit more openly, and I say some shit that I probably wouldn't say otherwise. I got to tell you, man, Evil, you are another example of somebody who I absolutely love. You are a great guy. I know that you get into things with other people. Like I said, everybody does. Everybody has these times and these moments, and we get into this shit with other people, and we get caught up in, like, nonsense that we don't even want anything to do with. It's just shit that happens, you know, and we're like, God, I don't want to be involved in this, and this shit happens. But when all that settles down and it, like, settles to the bottom, everything calms down and the water clears up, dude, you are the coolest fucking guy. Evil is the coolest fucking guy. If you guys don't know Evil streams, he goes by this Drunky Cheese now, which is hilarious. Hilarious, sir. If you guys don't know him, I highly recommend that you get to know this guy, because there are certain people that you meet that you know immediately are good guys, are good people, you know? And when I started to talk with Evil, we started to have conversations, it was like lightning went off, you know? And I was like, fuck yes, this is a good guy. I felt like I knew him for 100 years. I felt like we had hung out our whole lives. I still feel like that. I always feel like that. Evil, you're my friend. That's not just the alcohol. That's not just the alcohol talking. That's the fucking truth. You are a good person. And like I said, what we have to do, and this is not a criticism on you. This is me talking about all of us. What we have to do is we have to find ways to just do our thing and let these other weird situations and associations go. Just let them go. Whatever we think other people have done to us, whatever we think we might have to say about them, none of that shit matters, man. What matters is good friendships with good people, having a good time, and doing the right thing, you know? You are a good dude. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm getting so far behind on the chat. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's see. Who saw that new Goose video? I don't know what that is. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I'm really big. I'm really big is the problem. Too famous. Okay, whatever. Kuya. I don't think you get it. This is regular conversations for us. We are on the spectrum. Look, all I know is I like you, dude. I like you. And thank you for being here. That's all I'm saying. I don't put any fucking restrictions on you. I don't blame you for anything. I'm not trying to label you any kind of way. I'm just glad you're here. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Last line, I like him, but Colecovision Gamer is better. You talking about Casey? There is no Colecovision Gamer. How dare you? There was a Colecovision Gamer. His name was Mike Kennedy. He put out a Coleco Chameleon. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's another thing called the Coleco Chameleon that's out there. I saw it on Facebook today. I never heard of this before. It's called the Coleco Chameleon. It's like a cartridge that plays on multiple consoles or something like that. Have you ever heard of this? I don't know why they're calling it the Coleco Chameleon. That seems like a more trouble than it's worth. That seems like a problem. But there's another product out there that's calling itself the Coleco Chameleon, which is very strange. It's very strange to me. Drunky Cheese, I'm drinking as well. What a coincidence. Who would have guessed? What are the odds? Thanks, Cyrus. Highly appreciate it. Dude, I love you, dude. I love you. You're a good guy. Evil's weird. He plays Barbie games. That's true. That is one of your weakness. One of your weaker points, Evil, that you play the Barbie games. But I respect the balls it takes to play those games. Even though I would never play them. Even though I don't see the value in the Barbie games. Damn it, dude. You've got the balls. Thank you, sir. You take the bullet for all of us. Last line, Cyrus rambling even more 3. I'm not, dude, I have barely drank and I'm fucked up. I don't drink. You guys don't understand. I don't know how to explain this to you. Maybe you don't believe me. You think I'm lying. I can't drink. I drank one of these giant fucking harder fucking lemonade things. And I'm on my second Coors and I'm already fucking drunk off my ass. I don't drink. Drunky Cheese, I also shave my head bald, brothers. Hell yeah, we're part of the same, thumb club. Okay, next beer. Oh, yeah, wow, look at me. I am drunk. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're distracted. 2 more beers and the stream might be over. I've got 1 more here before I have to go reload. Jeff says, Cyrus, make sure you remember to hit the end stream button when you are done tonight. Jeff, you are a wise man. The things that you suggest are born out of wisdom, and I respect that. So I will try very, very hard to remember to do this because you suggest it, and I know that it comes from a place that I should listen to. So thank you, sir. Kamikaze says, I wish I could get drunk off Coors Light. My wallet would love me. Well, see, the problem you have, Kami, is you are a committed, high-level, like you are one of those characters in Elden Ring that is so high-level in your alcohol consumption that you would decimate me just by like barely, like you wouldn't even have to hit me with the sword. Like you would just walk past me and my character would die. You are high level drunk. I am a very low level drunk. I know that. I am very aware. Kuyi says, Mike Kennedy is a cool dude. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I think you're fucking right. What I've seen of Mike Kennedy, I don't actually hate the guy at all. I think I talked about this before. I think Mike Kennedy got in over his head and panicked and didn't know what to fucking do. He just wanted to like do something cool for the retro community. And things fell apart. Shit didn't happen the way it was supposed to. He didn't know what to do. And he made some stupid decisions and got caught up in it and couldn't figure out a way out. And it all fell apart. And, you know, he never took people's money. People don't remember that. You know, he just was trying to do something and it just fucking got out of hand. And he made some stupid decisions. And then when it all blew up in his face, he just left. He just fucking left, which I think is actually a tragedy because the guy had done some really cool stuff for the community. You know, he worked on those magazines and stuff. And I think that we're actually worse off because Mike Kennedy went away. We actually lost on that. It was like this moment where everybody sort of cashed in their chips and got famous, internet, weird YouTube famous, because they took advantage of Mike Kennedy's absolute failure, including me. And I'm not denying that. I did a video where I shat all over Mike Kennedy and talked about the George Costanza. I can't even fucking talk. I'm sorry. The George Costanza thing. I made a big thing about that, a video. This was back when I did Video Game Virus. And that's largely responsible for a lot of the subscriptions that I got, you know, back in the day. It's one of the reasons I killed that channel. That channel was built, like most of the subs I got on that channel were because I talked shit about people and I wasn't happy about that. So I was fine with killing that channel off because fuck that channel. If it was based on like shitting on people, I'm glad it's gone. I would love to, you don't even know. And I'm glad you brought that up. I would love to talk with Mike Kennedy and just tell him how much I appreciate what he was trying to do and how much I sympathize with the predicament that he got into. Now, I don't agree with him doing some of the stuff he did at the end, obviously, but I do understand that at that point it was so fucked. He couldn't see his way out of that. He was like, he was digging a hole and he was digging down. He wasn't digging out of the hole. It was bad. But I don't hate Mike Kennedy. The last line is, it's an ever drive. What? I don't know what that means. An ever drive. I don't know what you mean. Kuya says, Coleco forever. Dude, the Colecovision is a fucking awesome system. I have it sitting over here. You can't see it, but it's over here. Just trust me. Colecovision's awesome. Cyrus smoked some weed. You know what? I'm going to tell you something, Kuya. I'm going to blow your mind. You ready for this? I'm going to tell you something you're not going to believe, and you're going to think I'm lying about. But I'm not lying. It's 100% true. 100% true. I've never smoked weed. Ever. I mean, I think I've gotten a contact high from other people before. Maybe. But I've never, like, smoked weed. Ever. I had friends that tried really, really hard to get me to smoke weed. I mean, they really tried. And I've never done it. I was opposed to it from when I was a little kid. My mom kind of ingrained it in my head. And I just never did it. I've never smoked weed. Ever. I think I should smoke weed sometime. I think I should try it sometime, but I've never done it. So there you go. Cyrus confesses. Cyrus, have you ever grown a beard? A little bit. Not much of a beard. I don't really... Facial hair drives me crazy. I can't take it. It's too much. I don't like it. It makes me feel dirty. Dirty. I don't enjoy it. Luke says, I don't think you could even walk. Reloading isn't an option. Man, I'm so far behind on the chat. It's ridiculous. That's a goose vid. What? Oh, you're talking about that goose guy? The guy who made the fake Intellivision games or whatever? Jeff says, Mike Kennedy had an Indiegogo for a Retron VGS and it was closed in about 48 hours. No money was collected from that. I don't hate Mike Kennedy at all. I like Mike Kennedy. I'd love to talk with Mike Kennedy. I would love to have a conversation with him and just tell him, dude, I feel you. And I'm so sorry. I know shit went crazy. I'm not going to like hold it against you. Everybody makes bad decisions sometimes, right? People fuck up. God knows I've fucked up. I told Pat Cotry to blow me. I told Pat the NES punk to suck my dick. That's not appropriate. And I don't feel like I would ever want him to actually do that. I'm sorry, Pat. I've apologized about that. People make mistakes. God knows I made mistakes. Blah, 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 blah. Kuya says, Cyrus, do you watch Tweet's show? Does anyone... I gotta tell you, I'm gonna tell you another secret. You ready for another secret? I watch Tweet's shit all the fucking time. I love him. I think I've told the guy I would love to talk with him and have a real conversation with him. The problem is that Tweet, Sweet, whatever the fuck his name is, I don't feel like we would have a very sincere conversation because he's so trolly. He's such a troll, you know? I don't like talking to characters. I want to talk to people. I don't want to talk to your character. You know what I'm trying to say? People invent these characters and they push their character out there like that's my brand. That's my persona. And I'm like, I don't want to talk to your fucking weird concoction. I want to talk to you as a person. Some people are willing to do that and some people can't quite get there. And I'm not judging people for not being willing to do that. But I do hope for the day when you, Kuya, and me and Tweet, or Sweet, whatever the fuck, that dude, when we can have conversations and have open dialogue and stuff like that. Because that would be fun. That would be good. But I don't, the thing is, here's the deal, dude. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate Tommy Tallarico. I don't hate fucking Albert Menendez. You know? I don't hate, I know you guys probably don't even know who I'm talking about. Some of you might know who I'm talking about, but not everybody does. I don't hate people. I don't. I understand, man. We're all just trying to do our thing. And sometimes that shit gets so twisted and weird and convoluted and put out there. I get it, man. It's crazy, right? But I do hope for the day when people have civil conversations and just chit chat as people, as actually people. I'm not trying to have fucking weird, you know, character conversations. I am so far behind on the fucking chat. It's not even funny. Oh my God, I'm drunk. Chuck, I see you in the list, and this is your fault. This is 100% your fault. Drink that like button. Thank you, Dwarn Distracted. Jeff says, oops, retro VGS, sorry. I know what you're talking about. Jeff, I know what you're talking about. Last line, the Colecovision cart you were talking about, you're drunk. I know I'm drunk. I know. I can't dispute that. I don't have evidence to counter that argument. Kami says, hey, Cy, I'm out of here, but I legit miss hanging out with you. Gotta do that shit. Dude, Kami is such a good guy, man. You guys don't even know. Kami is such a funny dude. That dude is the funniest dude ever. His laugh is like, you ever hear the term like infectious? Like a laugh is infectious? This is where that shit comes from. People like Kamikaze. Kamikaze, did I just knock some shit over? I did. God dang it. All right. Sorry. Kami is one of those dudes that I would hang out with me and Retro Bro and the last line, who I keep trying to call Down Phoenix, but he's the last line now. Sorry. I'm no disrespect. It's difficult for me. We would hang out. We would play Call of Duty online. I can't even imagine a better time possible playing video games. It's not even physically possible for there to be a better time than what we had playing Call of Duty. I fucking love that dude. That dude is so good. Now, he's got some weird opinions about barbecue. I'll admit that. He's got some strange opinions about barbecue. But that's not his fault. It's because he's not from Texas, and I don't blame him for that. But aside from that, he is one of the best people I've ever met. And we had a moment a long, long time ago where we had a misunderstanding and it was my fault. And sometimes you have misunderstandings with friends. Sometimes that happens, you know? Sometimes people misunderstand each other. But the mark of a really good person, a really good friend, somebody that you should like hold in high regard, is when somebody says, hey man, I think we had a misunderstanding. Let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. And let's become better friends because of it. And I will always cherish and respect that about Kamikaze. Because it's easy to just let people go and not give them a chance. It's hard to open yourself back up and let things heal. That's hard, right? And we did have a misunderstanding a long time ago. And I'm super, super grateful and glad that we were able to figure that out. And that doesn't always happen. There's certain people that hasn't happened with. Another guy like that who's not here in the chat, at least as far as I know, is Leo DS. Leo DS is a great person, a really good guy. He's a little weird, but I'm weird, you know, and I like weird. It's cool. We had some misunderstandings, some major misunderstandings, And it took a long time for us to work through that, but we did. And like I said, it's not always easy. Excuse me. It's not always easy. Sometimes it's hard to figure out a way through that mess. But that's what adults are supposed to do, right? Figure that shit out. You know? Not get caught up in your feelings and like just act like a child, you know? Real people that are friends, that are good people, figure out a way to like, okay, maybe I fucked up and maybe we both fucked up and maybe we can figure out some way to talk and figure this out. So I respect that. I'm saying too much. I know. I'm sorry. But I really respect that when somebody's willing to like move forward, you know? Sorry about that. Oh, I'm so far behind. Kuya says, "Sai, did you see the face reveal of Tony TDG and his missing tooth?" That's not very nice, Kuya. It's not very nice. I don't hate Tony. I know people, I have friends that don't like Tony. That's for sure. And I will say this about Tony. Tony, if you're watching this, I have something to say. A long time ago, you put up some videos about me, and those videos are still up, where you have me, you have me in a thumbnail looking like a clown and stuff like that. It doesn't piss me off. It's fine, but I don't think that's necessary, especially if we're supposed to be friendly with each other. I don't think that's necessary. If I've done something to you similar to that, please let me know, because I don't want to be that guy. And I would get rid of that shit. I'm not asking you to do anything, but I just think it's a little weird that you've left that up all this time. It's still there. It's very strange. I see shit sometimes and I'm like, that's weird. But I don't hate Tony. I like Tony. I think Tony's a fun guy. He's got strong opinions. He's got a very specific way of like talking to people and doing his thing. I don't have anything against Tony. And I think it's weird when we make fun of each other and their personal like situations or their looks or things like that. What the fuck are we doing that for? What do I care if Tony's missing a tooth? I'm missing teeth in the back of my mouth. And I don't have any missing in the front. But for the grace of God go I. I know. This is some weird shit to say. I'm sorry. I don't think it's right to make fun of the way people look. I just don't. And I wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't support it. I'm not blaming you. Okay? I'm not coming down on you. Just saying. There's other things you could talk about. I'll leave it at that. Cyrus is like Clinton. He didn't inhale. That's right. I'd never inhaled. I think I inhaled, but not my own. I didn't actually smoke. Kuya, that's okay, Si. I never got smoked. What? That's okay, Cyrus. I've never not smoked weed. I believe that. The last line, my families are all potheads. I'm sorry, dude. I'm the weirdo that isn't much into it, really. I believe you. You know what I love about you? Last line, Down Phoenix. I'm sorry if that upsets you. I'm not trying to upset you. It's just what I'm used to. Sorry about that. What I love about you is that you are just you. You're not trying to be somebody else. You're not trying to copy some other thing that you've seen. You're just doing your thing and you have your opinions. I watch your videos and I watch these political videos that you put out, which I watch and I go, fuck, dude, really? Damn. But I don't totally disagree with some of the stuff you say, you know, but I give you credit for just doing what you do and just being like, fuck it, this is who I am. Fuck it, dude. Be yourself. We don't all have to agree. Believe me, you know as well as I do that some of our best friends are on polar opposite sides of issues. Absolutely. But it doesn't mean we're not friends. It doesn't mean we don't listen to each other. It doesn't mean we don't have opinions that we can talk about and share. It just means everybody's different. Everybody's doing their thing. So, yeah, absolutely. I don't begrudge you any of that. Drunky Cheese says, oh my God, I'm clicking shit I shouldn't click. Arcades taught you that winners don't use drugs. That's what they said. That's what they said. That's what they said. But for some reason, all the most important creative people in the world use drugs. Very bizarre. I know. Very bizarre. Q says, yeah, Cyrus, weed is like drinking, but it doesn't suck. Hey, this doesn't suck right now. It might suck in the morning. DJC, my buddy, my pal, my friend, my fellow Intellivision aficionado. I don't see beers. What is happening? Shot. Dude, fuck. I am drunk. I know that. This is my third beer and then also this thing. I got one more beer before I got to go take a break. I just can't drink like you do. You are a world-class champion drunk. I can't do it. He drank them. Last line says, fuck, I gotta stop doing that. Drunky, she says, everybody's having a course. Oh. Everybody's having a cool. That's from DJC. I understand the reference. I got that reference. Like Captain America. Kuya, Pat's lame. You did a good one with that. I don't want any beef with anybody. I'm just going to say it. I don't want any beef with anybody. I don't enjoy having problems with people. I don't. I think when I met Pat at Retropalooza in 2016, he was kind of an asshole. And I've said that. But whatever, people that are well known that have like an audience, they're going to be kind of an asshole most times. But my problem was that I thought that he was really unfair with things during the Amico thing. I thought he was really going out of his way to try to like capitalize on the controversy of shit, I know his name's Pet Contry. I didn't know it was controversy, but it is what it is. I like Ian very much. I have nothing bad to say about Ian. I think Ian is awesome. I'm a huge fan of Ian. I wish Ian would do more shit, and I would love to meet him someday and tell him how much I think he's awesome and get his autograph on my book. Well, I guess I wouldn't do that on the book because that's the Pet Country book that Max got me. But I love Ian. I've always liked. I used to listen to their podcast years ago, and I always liked what Ian had to say. I thought he was funny. He's a good guy. Pat, whatever, maybe I don't agree with most of what he says, but he's a character. He's doing his thing. That's the thing, man. That's the thing you got to understand. Like these people, they're all just characters. They're not real. They're just saying shit. They're trying to build an audience and a brand and fucking capitalize on shit. They're not actually telling you what they think. So I don't have anything against Pat. He's trying to build his thing and grow his audience and make money, whatever. Fuck Pat. They do whatever. They do what they do. These people. I don't have anything against him though. He does what he does. DJC, I just got done eating a 20-piece and 2 bacon cheeseburgers. Dude, word. That'll make a difference. That'll help for sure. Luke says, so Pat's out. What about Ian? Well, there you go. I just told you what I think about Ian. I love Ian. I think Ian's great. Um, okay, where am I at? I'm so far behind at this point. Oh my God, I'm so far behind. It's not even funny. I'll drink whiskey shot for you, DJC. Now is EE the beer? Okay, I don't know. That's the real dude. I've had quite a few, sir. Word. Born Distracted Psy. Psy, can you name a song you like but don't understand the lyrics meaning? Anything by Nirvana or Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't understand a fucking thing they're saying. Like I'll listen to the Red Hot Chili Peppers and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, I think it's fun music. It's nice to listen to. I don't understand the fucking thing they're talking about. DJC, nobody is having a Coke. Where did that come from? Where did that start? That everybody's having a Coke. Where the fuck did that come from? This is better than Amico Fest, dude. Amico Fest. What a crazy time. How long ago was that? That was so long ago. We were all caught up in the hype. We thought it was going to be amazing shit. I don't know what we were thinking. We were like, oh my God, this is fun shit. We get to hang out and we're all becoming friends and we get to share this moment, this new console that's coming out. I'm talking about Amico too much. I'm sorry. So disappointing. So disappointing. I was so heartbroken. You know, we took so much fucking abuse from and I'm not saying this to be like, wah, we took abuse, wah, feel sorry for me, wah. I'm not saying this like that. What I'm saying is there was some crazy shit that went on for a long time. We got caught up in it and shit didn't happen. And it was very disappointing. But I got to tell you guys, regardless of all that fucking Amico was fun. That fucking Amico was fun, dude. Thank God I got to play it. I know I took a lot of shit. There was a lot of people that hated my ass, that put out all kinds of videos about me. There were people that literally sent me messages telling me to stop making Amico videos or else they were going to put out my personal information and all this shit. There was all kinds of weird shit that happened. I know. Wah, Si's complaining again. Wah. But that shit happened. It was crazy. But I got to tell you, that fucking Amico was fun, man. I had a blast, you know, playing all the games of Astro Smash and almost. I could have beat Tommy at the fucking biplanes. I know I could have, but just getting to play everybody. We played all these games together. We had this moment. It was a strange moment. There was a lot of weird shit that was going on, you know, but there was some really good, wholesome shit, you know, in amongst all that I will cherish forever. You know, it sucks because there's a lot of shit that went on that sort of taints the memory of a lot of that. Taints. But there was a lot of weird shit that went on. But there was some good shit. There was some real cool stuff that went on. And I will always be grateful to, you know, the friends we made along the way, as they like to make fun of. But dude, we did make a lot of good friends. And I made a lot of good friends with people that don't even like the fucking Amico. You know, that actually talk a lot of shit about it and try to like make fun of us. That's fine, man. It's weird, but it's fine. What a strange time. I think that's why so many people can't let go of everything that happened, because it was such a energetic moment. It was like this time when shit was happening and popping and people were talking about it, and like people had opinions, and it was like some people were in love with the thing and loved the games and the controller, and they were all excited about it. Then there was other people that were like, fuck these weird people, they're crazy. It was a lot of like emotion, like high emotion, So I think there's like this like euphoria that sort of still like persists even through all this, through the time and everything that's passed, where people don't want to let go. And I respect that. I understand. Because man, we're never really going to let go, because it was a lot of shit. It was a lot of good times and a lot of bad times. And I felt like, sure, at the time, I felt like there was a lot of unfair shit that happened. But to be fair, and I'm going to be fair, I said some horrible shit about some people because I felt like I was being constantly attacked, And I felt like there was some really unfair. I guess I'm not going to play any games. I guess we're just going to talk. I felt like there was some really unfair shit that happened. So yeah, it persists even to this day. When I've moved past it, I let go, I got my refund, I moved past the Miko stuff. There's still this persistent memory of what I felt like was really unnecessary, unfair behavior by some people. But again, to be fair, I got to own my own shit and say, I didn't help. There was shit that I got mixed up in that I had no business getting mixed up in. There was shit that I talked that I had no business talking. I created this whole fucking thing between me and Leo. Like it took a lot for me and Leo to get to talk again and be friends again. It took a lot. And, that was not cool. What I did and what I said, So anyway, I don't know what else to say about it. I still love the Amico though. I thought it was really cool. Sorry. Okay, where was I? I don't see beers. What is happening? Pat Slame, you did a good. No, I didn't. I just got done eating a 20 piece. I already read that. Cyrus, can you name a song you like but don't understand the lyrics? I already read that. What am I doing? I'm going back to shit I already read. Chuck says the silver billet does you well. We'll see by the end of this. Kuya says, okay, you, me, Evil, and Tweet, and Chuck, let's have a real talk. I'm open. Let's do it. Let's fucking talk. But I don't want to talk to your character. That's the only stipulation I've ever had with you, and I've told you that shit. I don't want to talk to a character. I want to talk to a person. I'm not interested in talking to your version of your character that's whatever, If you can talk to me as a person one-on-one, that's cool. Let's do that. DJC, totally my fault, sir. Indeed. Kuya, topic, the latest Goose video. I don't even know what that video is. I haven't seen that video. DJ, I love this. Kuya, I felt like we can pull it off, Si. I've matured the last couple years. You can ask anyone. I think you have too. You just need to let go of this fucking weird character and just move on. But that's just my opinion. DJC, oh shit, I can't see half the chat because I must be banned. What? You are not banned from anything I do, Chuck. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, I just pooped in my shoes. Well, these things happen. Luke says, DJC, that's funny. I just shit in your shoes too. Wow. I'm also good friends with Fox Bartender, who is telling me a lot of things I need to bring back. I don't know what that means. Drunky Cheese says, that's evil. If you don't know, that's evil. He says, that was more scary than The Shining, DGC. Oh, wow. Oh, that's Luke's poo-poo. Good to know. Well, you guys are talking about some weird shit. Cowcat also contributed some poo. I don't know what you're talking about. Tony's a freak show nowadays. I don't have anything against Tony. I actually really like Tony. I know a lot of people don't. I've talked to Tony one-on-one before when we're not doing the character shit and we're just talking. Tony's a good guy. I like Tony. DJC, best chat ever. Merry holidays. Oh, Rab is here? What the fuck? Whoa, my mind has just been eviscerated. Rab. Fuck, dude. How have you been? When was the last time I even talked to you, Rab? Fuck. Rab is a fucking great person. You guys don't know. Like, on a personal level, I'm not going to talk to you. I mean, I say a lot of shit. All right, I'm drunk. But let me just say this. Rab is a great person. He's a really good dude. And I don't think that everybody's fair with Rab. I don't think that they don't even want to be fair. They're not even trying to be fair. If you're fair with Rab, I think it's pretty obvious this dude is a really good guy. And I will, regardless of whatever people say or think or do or whatever, I will always highly value Rab as a friend of mine and as a good person, as a level-headed, like, thinking person. Somebody that has good advice about things and thinks about things. Really good guy. I love you, Rab. And I'm sorry we haven't talked more. It's good to see you here. It really makes me feel good that you're here. Thank you. Thank you, Rab. Cootie says, is there anyone you don't like, Cyrus? There are people that disappoint me that I wish would not get caught up in their characters and do their weird shit, you know, and they know who they are. You know, I mean, if I'm talking and they're listening to this, watching this at some point, they know who they are. I don't have to say who they are. I've had problems with a couple of people over the years, and some of that's my fault, and some of it is because people they're just assholes. They're just looking. My cat is tearing up my shoes. Sorry. They're just looking for some reason to like beef with somebody. And it's not even about me. Like, there's one dude who I mentioned before, I don't hate, and I even have a lot of sympathy for, and that's Albert Menendez. He'll go around, walking around wherever he's at, screaming at the top of his lungs, acting like a lunatic, talking crazy shit about anybody and everybody. Not just me, but like 15 different people at the same time. Random, anybody that he's seen on the internet. He'll just blah, 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 they're horrible people, blah, 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 blah. Say terrible shit about them. And I listen to that sometimes. I haven't listened in a long time because I guess his channels keep getting taken down for whatever reason. And I listen to this guy and I just feel like at first it was like annoying. And then it started to become like, I started to feel bad for the guy because I was like, wow, this guy, I don't know if he's like legitimately out of his mind or if he's just playing a character, trying to see who will give him attention. But it just really started to become pathetic, like to the point to where I was like, oh, he's just trying to get people to recognize that he exists, you know? The dude literally walks down the street screaming like a fucking insane person, screaming hateful shit, and nobody pays attention. Like all these people around him, nobody cares. He's fucking screaming at the top of his lungs like a maniac, like he's going to kill somebody. And people are just like used to that shit or just ignoring him. And I was like, fuck, man, can you imagine what that must be like to be so insignificant in people's minds that literally the people next to you that you're screaming and they're seeing you walking down the street talking to your phone and they're just like, well, another fucking one of those weirdos, you know, whatever. Or they're used to the same guy and they're like, oh, there he is again doing his crazy shit. They're not willing to even acknowledge you exist. And so you're desperately screaming at your phone, hoping that someone on the other end of the phone on the internet is going to give you some validation that you're even a human being, that the words that you're projecting with all of the energy that you possibly can have any impact whatsoever. And I see that and I go, oh man, that's fucked up. That dude is in a bad place. Can you imagine what place mentally you would have to be? Like how low and desperate and pathetic you would have to be as in your human existence to have resorted to seeking that out as your focus to try to come up with some reason why you exist. Like, I've got to get some kind of feedback from somebody. And the only way I'm going to get that is I'm going to get my phone out. And I'm going to walk down this street. And I'm going to watch all these random YouTubers who just do video game shit or whatever they do. And I'm going to talk. I'm going to scream at the top of my lungs and say the weirdest fucking shit ever to try to desperately get them to recognize I'm here, that I'm a human being and I breathe oxygen. And I see that and I go, fuck, dude, that is so bad. I feel bad. I really do. You know, I think this dude needs hugs. This guy needs people to recognize he's alive. I don't hate that guy. How am I going to hate that guy? How are you going to hate somebody that's that absolutely pathetic, that's at that point in their life where nothing else has any value except for that? How are you going to hate that person? You know? And then there's people that egg that dude on, that are like in the background, that are such cowardly pieces of shit that they can't possibly do this themselves. So they're going to manipulate that guy into doing that shit because they think it's funny or entertains them in some way or gives them validation in some way. I don't know. How are you going to be that guy who does that? You know what I mean? I don't hate any of these people. I have pity for a lot of these people. I have sympathy for a lot of these people. I'm sorry that life has brought you to this point. And I know it's not about me because they do it with 15 people at the same time. It's like a random scatter shot. Throw as much shit at the wall. Hopefully something sticks. Hopefully somebody notices that you exist. I get it, man. You're at a terrible spot in your life. And I'm sorry. And I hope that you can legitimately get some help. And when I say that, I don't mean that in like that weird way people say, oh, you need to get some help. I mean, I really do hope there's some person or group or organization or something out there that can save you from this fucked up circle that you're going down this drain. You know, I hope there's some way that people can reach you. Anyway, I'm talking a lot. Sorry. So no, I don't hate any of these people. I don't have enemies. There's probably people that don't like me. And for saying all this shit that I'm saying right now, there's probably people that will not like me. I'm sorry about that. But no, I don't hate anybody. I don't have any hate in my heart for these people. I want them to be better and get help and figure out a way to exist in this life and understand that they're worth something and they have value. And I'm just some fucking idiot on the internet who talks and says whatever. What difference does it make what I say? But I hope they actually get some sort of like actual validation in their lives. So yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that. I know I'm talking a lot. Brian says Cowcat also contributed to some poo in your other shoe. Oh wow, you guys are still talking about this shit. Let me skip down. Devastating just cause. Does the info for the stream say you're playing 3DO? I have no idea. Mike Wolf, who's this guy? Albert didn't make these vids till Darius quit making them. I don't know Darius. What's his name? Keith? I don't know Keith. I don't know him. I know he talked a whole lot of shit about me. I know that. But he talked a lot of shit about a lot of people. And again, I think that's one of those people you include in that discussion of empathy. I have empathy for Keith. I hope that he can figure out a way to get some sort of validation in his life instead of just seeking it out by shitting on people. Because that's really bizarre. That's a fucking weird way to go through life, you know? To just try to like talk a whole bunch of shit about people. It's very strange. I'll never understand that. People that do that, I look at them and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I understand you're doing a troll thing and you think it's funny or whatever, but I'm like, ultimately, what are you doing? Like, why? Why is this the path for you? Like, why are you using your time for this shit? There's so many things you could be doing with your life. This is what you do. And I think that's just, I mean, I don't have to say anything about it. I don't have to make a statement about it. It's so obvious just from what it is. You're like, that's insanely pathetic and horrible. And you want them to be, you want these people to wake up. You want to like shake them and be like, wake up. What are you doing? You're not upsetting me. You're not making me mad. You're making me sad for you. And anybody that I think that looks at them objectively would feel that way. I don't think, sometimes we get mad because we think, oh, we're being attacked or whatever. But really, it's just, set that aside. These are people just screaming at the walls, just banging at every window. That's very sad. And I feel bad for them. Okay, I'm so far behind on everything. Yeah, I'm not here to talk a bunch of shit about anybody. And if anybody feels like I've talked shit about you, I'm sorry. That's not my intention. My intention is to point out that I want things to be better for people and that I do have empathy. I legitimately have empathy. I do. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to get in. I see a bunch of shit I'm not going to get into in the chat. I'm actually just going to move down. Rab says, fifth drink. Sai says the nicest things. All kidding aside, thanks, man. I love you, Rab. You're a good guy. Merry New Year, says DJC. Sweet and Tender is here. You're rad. Hope you've been well. I don't have anything against you, Sweet and Tender. I wish you weren't such a troll. I wish you didn't get such satisfaction out of fucking with people. But I understand this is what you do. And one day we will have a real conversation when all this, we'll set that to the side and have a real conversation as real people. And I would love to have that. CP's here. Isn't that right? Oh, I missed out on something. Okay, I'm not going to get into... Let me just say this, guys. Let me just say this. I know that there are personal situations that happen between people. our community is not just about video games. I would love it if it was just about video games, but I know that there's a lot of other things that go on. And sometimes situations become very personal and things can get complicated. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm not listening to them. I don't want you to feel like I'm dismissing what you have to say, but you guys need to help me here because I don't want to get into other people's disagreements and situations. And there's a lot of drama that happens, guys. It happens, right? Because we're people, and people have concerns and thoughts and feelings, and they hear things and they have ideas about that. So there's a lot going on there. And I want people to get along as much as they can. But I also know that there's a lot of situations that happen that are really outside of anything that I have anything to do with and know about. I'm just not going to be able to interject about or have an opinion about. So I just want everybody to know that I want you guys to have an opportunity to voice your thoughts and concerns, but I also want you to understand that I'm just one dude who talks about video games and gets a little bit mixed up in shit that I don't want to. And I have a lot of empathy for everybody. I really do. Maybe I come across like I'm being an asshole. Maybe I come across like I'm being a troll or insincere or something, but I'm really not. I'm really not. I do have a lot of empathy for a lot of people, and on all sides of things. I have friends that do not get along, that absolutely despise each other, that have had nothing but negative experiences interacting with each other. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be friends with people. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to associate with people. It just means that that's a complicated situation that I can't help with. And I hope everybody understands what I'm trying to say, because I love you guys and I want everybody to have a good time here. And I'm sorry if I make that worse sometimes, because that's not my intention. Yeah, CPE, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I am good friends with Evil. I hope that you consider me a friend. I don't have anything against anybody. And I want you guys to work things out if you can. I understand if you can't. But no matter what anybody has to say about anybody else, I take people one at a time. Okay? I take everybody one at a time. And based on people's individual behavior and individual words and individual interactions, that's how I take people. And if that's frustrating, I'm sorry. But that's just, I don't know any other way to be. That's who I am. Okay. So CPE, I just want to say this. I understand that you have very strong opinions. Okay? I get that. And I know that you, from your perspective, you don't feel good about things. You feel like you've been wronged in a lot of ways. That has nothing to do with me. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything I can say about it. And I hope for the best for that situation. Because like I said, there's a lot of people that have said a lot of shit on the internet, whether it's friends of mine or people that have said things about friends of mine, people that have said things about me. I have the only way, this is just believe me, I'm not diminishing your feelings or your take on anything. I'm just saying, from my personal perspective, the only thing I can do is live and let live. I can hear people, and I can have sympathy, and I can have empathy. But, sometimes I just have to not get in the middle of things. That's the best I can say. I don't know what else to say about it. Okay. Thank you, CPE. It's fine. I want you guys to talk. I really do. I think it would be great if y'all talked. I would love that. I don't expect necessarily for that to happen, but I would love it if y'all could talk. Because sometimes what I've learned when I've had the biggest beefs that I've ever had, like, let me just back up and talk about Leo for a second. Leo DS, great friend of mine. And we went through a period where we were enemies, for lack of a better explanation. Like, we really did not get along, and we had a lot of shit to say about each other. And we did. We made videos and we talked shit about each other in different places and individual conversations and stuff like that. And it was really hard for us to figure out a way to communicate. And sometimes I would try to extend an olive branch and it wouldn't work out. Sometimes he would try to extend an olive branch and it didn't work out. One day we did figure out a way to meet each other in the middle and start to have like a real conversation. And that was very hard because we had to overcome a lot of what we thought of as like wrongs, people, like things that had happened that we thought were not good, that like, you know, bad shit that had happened between us. And it took a long time. He had to forgive me and I had to forgive him. And we had to figure out a way to move past that weird shit. It was not easy. It was not easy. There was a lot of weird shit. You know, I fucked up a lot and he fucked up too. I'm not criticizing the guy. I'm just saying that's what happened. And you could go back and it's hard to like disseminate. Where did shit start? Did it start here? Did it start there? Who said this? Blah, 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 blah. And what we had to eventually do was just agree to forgive each other and then move forward. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen in this situation. I'm just saying in my situation, it put a lot of other people in a weird spot, you know? And once I was able to move to a better place with Leo, it was good for everybody. And I hope that that can happen. I don't expect things, but I do hope that things can get better. So, okay. So I don't want to talk about it anymore because it really doesn't have anything to do with me, CPE. It's about you and them and you and him and everything that's going on. I'm sorry. I do have sympathy. I don't want you to think that I don't have sympathy. And I know that there's a lot that you want to say, but honestly, there's not much that I could do. You know what I mean? I think I've told you everything I can. You know how I feel about everything. I have friends who don't get along. And it's not just you and Evil or you and Kuya or whoever. I have friends who don't get along and really don't get along. And there's not much I can do about it. And it's a tough spot to be in. So, not to make it about me, but let's just say, from my perspective, I don't know what I can really do. And I'm sorry. The New Year's song was so good. Okay. Yeah, last line, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. I'm drunk. I missed a lot of shit in the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Chuck says, well, when you do shrooms and see things and getting fucked high, it's all good. Okay. I've never done shrooms. I don't know nothing about shrooms. Evil says, we were obsessed with that song for years, DJC. See, I'm so far behind on shit. I don't even know what's going on. Okay. I guess I'm not going to play any games. Whew. Okay. So, if we take anything away from this whole conversation, buy my fucking douche shrooms? What? That song, okay, Evil brings up your song, the BJ for Christmas song. That is a weird song, Chuck. You got to admit, that's pretty weird. It's so out of character from, like, that's a weird song. Silverwings, if you are drunk, play a driving game. Oh my God. What's up, Silverwings? Keep him in the fridge, dude. Oh, man. Oh, John is here. The Retro Bro. Is that the real DJC? I think it is. I hope. I don't know. I think it is. Yeah, I think it is a real guy. I don't think I'm going to get to any games. I was thinking I might play like some Astro Smash or something, but I'm smashed myself. I don't know if I can do that. Cy, pull it up. I turned it back on YouTube under devastating just cause. What? Silverwings, hey, just got done playing System Shock. Oh, that's a cool game. That's a cool game. System Shock. I used to have that on a PC Gamer CD, like a demo. I played that a few times. That was fun. Psy is Astro smashed. Yes, pretty much. Pretty much. I got to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to finish this beer. I'm going to go pee. And I'm bringing a couple more beers out. John, you are a fucking genius. Have you guys seen John's games that he's making, these NES games? He's so fucking talented, you know? Like I dabbled in like making RPGs once upon a time. But I see what John does and I'm like, how the fuck do you even do this shit? I'm so impressed with you, John. Like, I don't say this just because I'm good friends with you and I love you as a human being. You're just very talented, and I'm in awe of what you do. It's very hard to make those games. Very impressive stuff. Evil says, are you going to touch tips with DJC Retro Bro? I think it's time to bury the hatchet. You know, anyway, I'm not going to get involved. And I really need to figure out a way to not get involved in other people's discussions like this. All right. I'm going to go pee. I'll be back in just a minute. If you guys are here, I'll still be here. Y'all can keep talking about whatever you feel is appropriate, and we'll see how things go. Hi. Oh, yeah. Jon Snow says hi. He's over here. Hey, John. You can't see him, but he's over here. You want to see John? I'll see if I can move this camera over. It's right there. We're just hanging out with everybody, John. We're just having a good time. He has been a little bit depressed and lonely since Moogle passed away. But he's doing good. We've been playing with toys. Like I got him all these little toys and stuff, and he's having a good time with that. But yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I guess I'm not really going to be able to keep up with the chat. I'm going to try to comment on what I see, but it's tough. You guys are talking a lot, and I appreciate that, but it's tough. I got a couple more beers. Yeah. Yeah, he's doing okay. He's doing okay, John. He's doing okay. So let me sort of put a bow on some shit. I don't want to, I'm just asking from a personal level here. I don't want to get caught up in drama. I don't like to. And I know that it's not the intention to try to put it on me. I know that that's not the intention. It's just that there's a lot of harsh feelings from a lot of situations that are going on with different people. I don't know what I can really contribute to that conversation other than to just say I want people to get along. I hope that they can figure out ways to get through that. And I know that that's very, very hard to do. So I have a lot of sympathy for those situations. But I don't have any ill will towards anybody. Even people that absolutely don't like me, that have put out videos and all kinds of shit. I don't have anything against anybody. If people don't like me, okay. I mean, what do you want? What am I supposed to do about that? And I would ask you the same thing. If there's somebody that doesn't like you, you know, you do the best you can. You try to make things work out. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I don't know what else I can say about it. Yeah, head back to John's heading back to Squid Game. He's had enough. I understand, John. Okie doke. All right. I'm going to try to play some of this Astro Smash, I think, and see how it goes. I'm just playing on an emulator, though. I'm not playing on real hardware. Because, like I said, I can't deal with setting all that up and dealing with all that right now. We'll see how this goes. Okay, here we go. Wow, this is not going to go well. I'm fucking drunk. I'm not in a... Wow, I am so drunk. Okay. Intellivision. Astro Smash. There we go. Wow, this is going to go badly. I already know it's going to go really badly. CB says, if it doesn't work, the psycho controls other comment sections and bans people for no reason. I'm not banning anybody. I don't know what all is going on. I can only talk for myself. DJC says, don't be such a family-friendly... Okay. Wow. Oh boy, this is going to be bad. I'm playing this on the emulator with the PS4 controller. See how this goes. I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh boy. Hopefully it's not too loud. Silverwing says, God, trucking? I don't know. Probably so. I don't know how I could do that. I'm not in any kind of state to play a game I'm not really familiar with. And this is like, I'm just honestly, I got auto fire on and I'm just like pressing left and right. That's about as complex as I'm willing to do at the moment. I do have teleport. I don't know how to even use teleport right now on this emulator. I think I have to do it some weird way. Yeah, like I have to hit like this and a button or some shit like that. I'm not gonna be teleporting. Hey, I made it to the blue. That's an accomplishment. Take that, you asteroids. Oh my, asteroids. Ew, gross. There's nothing worse than a bad case of asteroids. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they're blue. Oh, and they're red. Oh, they just fly everywhere. Oh my God. The humanity. DJC says, please say you did a shot or two. I did a shot or two. I didn't actually do that, but sort of. He had a big hard lemonade before the cores. Indeed I did. It was big and hard and round, like it was like a cylinder. It was so hard. Big Block says he had a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Yes. Look, it doesn't have to be from Mike. The point is, it was hard. Oh, now Chuck's gonna act like he's all like offended, like ew, like you've never had anything big and hard from Mike. Whatever. They don't call Cyrus beer can for no reason. Oh my. Hey, I'm known by many names. Oh, I made it to the fuchsia color. It has a lot of feng shui, you know what I'm saying? All of the feng shui. This color brings out my inner gamer feelings. I don't know. The flamingos here in the cages are very young and don't need to hear this. You know what? Those flamingos can kiss my ass. They've never done anything for me. I think those flamingos have been living high on the hog for like too long. They need to be taken down a notch. Oh my god, I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's just say, if you guys are expecting me to save the world from asteroids, you've chosen very poorly. Wow. Wow, what are you talking about? Oh my god, this chat. The chat room is ridiculous. I was advised from a good friend of mine that I should probably take the stream down once it's over with, because there are certain individuals that might clip this and use this. And I'm like, you know what, guys? It is what it is. It is what it is. If you feel like this is something that you want to use for trolling or for some weird purposes, there's nothing I can do about that. Me taking it down is not going to prevent that. I don't think I've said anything that I regret. I mean, maybe I have. I don't know. I don't remember everything I've said. So it's possible I've said things that I might regret. But, yeah, the ultimate message of all this is I don't have anything against anybody. Even people that don't like me. You're not going to make me hate you. No matter how hard you try. You're not going to convince me to hate you. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. I don't hate anybody. Not even Rags. You know, there's people that might think that I should hate Rags for the shit that happened between me and him. I don't hate the guy. You know, I haven't, you know, thinking about him. Oh, I can't warp. Sorry. I don't have anything against the guy. People do what they do. They, you know, there's all these characters that people portray, and they do what they do. This is a weird platform that we're on. You know, not very many people are sincere. A lot of people have weird motivations and money and things that they think about when they do things. So it's fine. And not to put myself in any kind of like pedestal. I've fucked up plenty of times. Said shit I shouldn't have said. It is what it is. We all need to start like really taking some ownership of what we're really doing, you know? If we think we're trolls and we're just having laws and laughing at people, that's fine. You can think that. But ultimately, you know, you have to figure out if that's really all you are. You're just that. You're nothing else. And I hope that people really give some thought to that kind of stuff. Whatever they decide to do and whatever they think. Well, CPE, all I can tell you is I hope that you don't feel that I'm being unfair with you in any way. And I hope you understand where I'm coming from and why I've said what I had to say. That's all I can say about it. And I don't know what else I can really add to that. I've always enjoyed our conversations, and I don't think that I've ever been insincere with you or said anything to you that I think would lead you in any weird direction or anything like that. I think I've been very fair with you. And I think you believe that too. So I'll just shut up about that. I don't know what else I can say about it. I'm amazed that I'm even still playing this right now. Like, how is it I'm not dead yet? It's pretty wild. We're good. We're good, CPE. I have nothing against you. I wish you nothing but good things, whatever that is. Oh, almost got it. You said turquoise and I almost got it, DJC. Almost. There it is. It's back. We got it. I can't believe I'm hanging in there. It's kind of impressive. I'm kind of impressed with myself at the moment. The fact that I can even do anything. Oh, God. I ran right into that. No, back to this color. I was doing so good. No, I can't do anything with it. I was in turquoise for a minute. And I went back to this shit. And that's it. That's as far as I go. Oh my God. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I could have done better. I could have done a lot better. Wow. This was not my best Astro Smash performance. Okay, so I want to tell you guys that I'm not going to take this stream down. I know that there were friends of mine that would be like, you probably should take it down. And they're probably right. I probably should take it down. But I think it's good that there was a lot of things that were aired out. People had a lot of thoughts and concerns, and I said a bunch of shit, and I don't regret anything that I had to say. And even though I did say some shit that's very like critical of certain individuals who have had a lot of shit to say about me, I would say that I still don't have any beef with these people. I don't have anything against, Albert Menendez or any of these people. I don't have anything against you guys. I wish you the best. I hope that you'll be able to figure out life and deal with whatever issues you have and understand that I'm actually not an enemy of yours. And your criticisms of me are fine. Say whatever you want to say. I don't care. But I wish you better times and better thoughts. You shouldn't dwell in such horrible negativity. There's so many better things that you could be thinking about and doing. I really believe that these people have talent and ability, and it just hasn't been fully utilized because they get caught in these circles that we all get caught in from time to time. We all do. I wish everyone the best. I'm very grateful for my friends and for the people that have decided to come here tonight to share your thoughts and feelings. I'm very grateful for people being willing to open up, and understand that I'm not here to be anybody's judge. I'm just a dude that likes to hang out with cool people, have fun, play video games. I don't enjoy drama. I don't enjoy criticizing other people. And I want the best for everybody. So, and I'm drunk. And I know that I'm drunk. So, it's kind of opened me up to say more than I normally would have. Happy Coconut Cake Day. Wow. That sounds really good, actually. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I wish you the best. Happy holidays. New Year's coming up, so Happy New Year. I'll probably be streaming again. Not drunk. And we'll have better conversations probably. Maybe not. Maybe they won't be better. They'll be different conversations. We'll play video games and hang out and have a good time and just chit chat. And I hope everybody on a personal level is able to find some peace, you know, and share some better times and good communication. So I think that's all I got to say. I love my friends. I'm sorry if I missed a whole bunch of shit in the chat, and I know I did. I just am not capable of keeping up with that right now. But thank you for opening up to me and sharing all that. And I think that's enough. I'm going to finish my beer that I've opened. The other one that I got out, I'm not going to finish because that's enough alcohol for me. Thank you, Big Block. I appreciate that. Silver Wings, thank you, sir. DJC, CPE, Evil, Mike Wolf. Man, there's been a lot of people here. Kuya, Sweet and Tender. I love you guys. I know there's weird times. There's weird conversations that have happened. But this was good. This was a good moment. I feel like it was good. I know not everything in the chat was good, but I feel like we had a good open conversation tonight. So I appreciate that. Thank you for being here, Luke and John, and so many people. I can't even tell you. Last Line, Silver Wings, Big Block. It goes back quite a ways because we've been talking for a while, so I won't be able to really go back through all that. But thank you. You guys be good. Peace on earth, goodwill towards men and women. And all the other things people call themselves these days. Or whatever. Sorry, political bullshit. Don't mean to be political. Sorry. I love all you guys. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.